Cadenza session 2. I think last we left the characters, it was in the evening, and you're going to go back into the town and look for the art gallery.
Yeah.
You're going to switch back to civilian clothes, hide your weapons, but have them with you, and go to the Dickman Gallery. And Lewis Palmer, he's your driver and translator, who will take you back into town. Who has the lowest luck again? I think it's Charles, but I might as well ask.
It is 57.
Yeah, I'm at 64.
Yeah, so roll your luck.
Oh, I'm going to get blown up by a grenade, aren't I? 6.
Oh, you made it. Okay,
Yeah.
so nothing happens on the way through town to the gallery.
Let's see how long that holds out for.
that was a good first roll for a change.
Yeah.
So the gallery overlooks a waterfront promenade. So it faces like the harbor.
Incidentally, what guns were we given when we got to the base?
They just told me the damage is 1 die 10. They didn't give me the specifics.
So it's basically any pistol.
Yeah,
Essentially.
any pistol.
That could be a 45 automatic then, because that's a D10.
Yeah, that's fine. I doubt they'll give you a revolver, so it's probably an automatic.
Yeah, I think last time I wrote down like a Browning.
Yeah, so they probably gave you automatic. It wouldn't be a revolver. So this gallery, it's an art gallery. It's a modern building. And what it does is it faces the waterfront promenade, and there's a long jetty that extends out to the sea. And the gallery is a modern building with glass front on the ground floor. There are, I think, 3 floors. Let me check. Yeah, they're it's a ground floor, first floor, second floor, so it's 3 floors.
Mm-hmm.
And you see numerous signs that say there are burglar alarms in place. The gallery's closed. There's no sign, there's no lights and no sign of anyone inside. There's office buildings on either side of the gallery, separated by narrow alleyways.
Can we see any phone lines going to the museum? Or...
Yeah, there is. Why don't you do a tradecraft or a spot hidden, either one for you guys?
Oh, no, it happens. 97.
15.
Okay, so Jack, you look around, you see these signs that there's burglar alarms and all that, and you're looking around, you don't see the alarm box, you don't see anything that looks like a real alarm system, so you think it's more for show. It's like a fake, so I put fake stickers up. Also, the office buildings on the 2 sides have fire escapes, so you could, if you want to, get to the top of the office building on the other side, and if you want, you can try to jump the roof of the gallery, which is an option. But
a 65-year-old man doing that, it's not going to end well.
You can have Jack do it, and they can open the front door for you.
Yeah, he's got to get through the building on his own.
I have a good lockpick skill.
Oh, you have a good lockpick skill.
Yeah.
So this is in the evening, right? So this is probably like 8 p.m. by now, and this is like right now the city's sort of like a weird shutdown mode. Every once in a while, you might hear some sporadic gunfire here and there, but you came here with Lewis, and nobody bothered you guys this time.
All right.
Yeah, you can do a locksmith.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and try to pick the lock at the front door.
I'll keep watch.
35. That's a regular success.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it opens.
Woo!
No attack
Well,
dogs
that
or
was
anything.
So you see a large rectangular room. There's partitions where they put art on the wall, like paintings and stuff.
Mhm.
There's some modest prints and stuff. You can tell as you go further back, there are more valuable pieces, and that far back there's a sale desk.
All right. Can I take a look to see if there's anything inside the desk?
Yeah, so
Actually, before we go too far in, just do a quick sort of look around the walls to see if you can see any burglar alarms or sensors.
yeah, there aren't.
Right.
The desk looks like it's more of a just like like sales receipts and things like that.
All right.
There's a door to the back, leads to a storeroom, and then there's a larger exterior door that looks like it hooks to the loading bay. And there's stairs that go up to the first and second floor once you get into this storeroom. You see some wooden crates and stuff like that in the back.
Let's go check out that storeroom.
We'll obviously close the front door behind us.
So you want to open a couple of the crates, take a look.
Yeah.
They contain paintings, and some of them contain some sculpture.
Anything off about any of them?
No, they look. So this gallery, the front, the prints and stuff are more modern. The more valuable stuff you see is a little bit older, and then some of the stuff in the crates and stuff look even like older and more valuable.
Okay. That's smart to put them all towards the back then. Don't want anyone running out the front door with them. So yeah, let's go check upstairs.
Okay. Upstairs is offices.
There are how many? Just
like 3 or 4 offices.
like 3 or 4. Okay, can we take a look around? See if there's...
You guys can do a spot hidden.
All right.
10.
Oh.
15. So yeah.
You both at the same time find in a desk, there's a hidden compartment in a desk drawer. Like you open the drawer and it looks a little bit smaller than it should be, and find out there's a hidden compartment, and behind that there are there's an envelope, paperwork in an envelope of photos. The paperwork's in Turkish. You can sort of a little make out that one of the piece of paperwork in Turkish has some stamp of some sort of airline or aircraft thing on it. I assume Lewis is with you, or do you ask him to stay out? He probably would come in here unless you tell him not to come in.
Yeah. I'll just assume that he's with us.
Yeah, he can read it. So he tells you it's for a charter Canada. Well, I think it's Canada. Canadair. Canada Air. CL-215 amphibious aircraft that will arrive. There's an address, and Palmer tells you, "Oh, that's here," but it's the jetty outside at the next day at 10 a.m. There's a aircraft that's going to arrive, and it's lists 2 passengers, a Dickman and a Uzun, and cargo.
Seems kind of fishy if they're putting it inside a secret compartment.
And then there's some photos. You see, let me just drop this.
I'm guessing these are going to be all the saucy ones that they've got on that guy at the airbase.
Yeah, so you see some photos like that. One is a small medieval Greek Orthodox church. It looks sort of Byzantine in architecture. I think it needs, you need a extreme EDU if you don't have skill in art, I guess.
At extreme EDU.
Much more fun. For a 5.
Well, I just got an 8.
Wow.
Oh, you're looking at this and go like, huh, you know, that looks like the Church of Saint Ephemenios in Lisi. It's 45 miles northeast of Limassol, which is the name of this city.
I think you've been there before.
Maybe it's on a magazine.
Yeah, I think I remember reading something about it on the flight over.
Ah.
It's in that pocket of the airplane magazine.
I've heard it's in Skywall.
The Skywall magazine.
So that's nearby-ish.
Well, it'll be a while to get there. Maybe, considering all the unrest, it would take maybe 2 or 3 hours to get there. Maybe.
Unless we can commandeer a plane from the airbase. Get there even quicker.
Just do a flyby.
Oh, there's another one. So as you search more stuff, there's another spot hidden for a different office.
I got a regular pass on that one.
Oh, okay. So this one, it's not quite hidden, but you find some letters in Turkish. This one, you can tell the office is more like the owner. It's office. It's Dickman's office. It's letters in Turkish with a Michael van Rijgen, R-I-J-N, who's a Dutch art dealer for the series of purchase of 13th century frescoes to be delivered on the 21st in Hamburg.
Okay, that seems at least legitimate.
Well, it wasn't hidden, so
yeah. So I don't think whatever this is the shady side of the business. Whatever we else that other thing we found, I'm sure is something sideways going on with it.
So there's one more floor.
All right, let's go check out that floor.
So this one, you go through it. It looks like they're bedroom apartments, like in the old days, right? People sometimes lived above their offices. And one looks like a woman's room, another one's a men's. Looks like there's no suitcases, IDs, or passports in the room. There's a safe in the men's room, but it's already open and empty.
All right.
In the woman's room, though, there's still some jewelry in the dresser drawer.
All right.
But not all the clothes are missing. Some of it is missing. Like they've packed some stuff and taken the suitcases, is what you can infer.
Does it look like it was done in a haste?
No, it looks like yeah, it doesn't look like a haste. It looks more or less like maybe they're planning something and they've already packed stuff. But it's not like everything's missing. It's just some things are missing. Like if you were going to go on a week trip or something, you would take certain things, right? As opposed to pack everything away and put them in boxes.
Why do I get the impression they're probably already at that church place?
Yeah, I was just about to say exactly the same thing.
They're probably there, and whatever that plane thing is probably has something to do with them getting that and coming back this way.
Say that amphibious plane's going to land tomorrow.
Yeah, 10 a.m.
So you're about like 8:30, 9 p.m. now. So another maybe 12 hours, the plane will arrive.
I think it gives us enough time if we want to go check this place out to go see what's going on and come back in time to intercept whatever's supposed to be coming this way.
Oh yeah, you want to go over there? Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably be the best recommendation of what I can think. Is there anywhere else to explore in this building?
No, so you've gone through the whole place.
Okay. So I think we've found everything we can find from here. I think we should probably see about getting to this castle.
Okay, so if you're gonna go, Palmer's not too happy, but he'll drive you. Do another luck roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't do this to me. Oh, shit. Oh, 29.
Ooh.
Nothing happens. Amazing. So you get to this church. You know, on the way there, you do hear gunfire and other stuff going on, and you go by trucks, like covered trucks with people with weapons, and it looks like maybe sometimes you see groups that are like the regular people that are pro Greece, and then there's some people that I think the pro Greece ones. Oh, I'm getting them mixed up. There's the Cypriot National Guard, so you see those guys go by, right? They're in uniform, and they have trucks and stuff. And some of the trucks are transporting people. It looks like under armed guard. And then every once in a while you see other groups of people, but it looks like because you're flying the Union Jack, the two sides are sort of ignoring you guys.
Sort of.
Well, they notice you, but they haven't stopped you, or if they've stopped you, they would just wave you through some roadblocks and stuff. But you know, at the roadblock, you notice they sometimes grab some people. So yeah, you get to this church, and there is a picture of it. It's not very big.
Any lights on?
No, there aren't.
Right. Shall we take a stealthy stroll up to it?
Yep. That would be my recommendation.
Okay.
I'll grab a flashlight out of the car, but I'm sort of leave it off for now.
Do you guys have spot hitting or tracking? Either one.
Oh, I have track.
Yeah,
That's.
If we're going by spot hidden, I'll just roll 3.
Yeah, I got.
Well, actually, I've got a hard pass on tracking. Actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a. I got a 30 on my tracking. I have 50, so it's like a regular success.
Okay, so you're going up there with the tracking. You notice that looks like some big trucks were here. Like there's tire tracks, like big trucks on the outside. And then the spot hidden, you're looking, and some of the dirt's sort of churned up, and you see looks like footprints of a lot of people and stuff. There was some activity here recently that churned up the dirt and stuff.
All right. Maybe I should go see what all the fuss was about.
So you go inside, and it looks sort of odd. This church is this sort of nobody's been using it for a while. So, but you look around and you realize like you would expect some frescoes and stuff on the walls, but you notice a lot sections of the walls have been chiseled out, like freshly chiseled out.
All right.
And you can tell, you go there and you touch the wall, and there's like plaster, somebody just chiseled out sort of all this little trail of little bits of plaster and stuff on the floor, on the bottom of the wall and stuff. And then you look up where there's a cupola, there should be some frescoes up there.
Mm.
And there's nothing there, but then you see on the ground there's all this pieces of plaster and stuff, and also you see ladders and stuff put up against the walls.
So they basically robbed all the art out of it.
Yeah, looks like they went full Nazi Germany on this place.
Are there any trapdoors anywhere, or?
Yeah, you look around. It's just basically that. There's nothing unusual other than there's still one or two frescoes, but they look like old ones that have been already damaged and stuff. So there's little bits of it left, but there are whole sections that you could tell got chiseled out and removed.
The frescoes that are still there, do they look? They don't look kind of strange in any way.
No, they let's see if I have. So I have pictures of the ones that were taken. So I'll just show you what you would expect. It's basically things like that.
Right.
Basically, they're religious frescoes. And these are fairly large.
Interesting.
Quite the operation they've done to get all those.
And you can tell these are like for saints, right?
Yeah.
So the ones that are left are really in bad shape.
Mm.
Like you see little bits and missing bits, and you're like, oh, maybe the reason they didn't take these other ones are they're like
damaged,
totally damaged. Yeah.
Can't exactly get a good black market price for something that's not in mint condition.
Is there any of the floors to this place, or?
Yeah, they there's like I believe the floor would just be sort of a cobblestone type of floor.
And it's all just one level.
Yeah. So these were taken off of the cupola and the inside of it, plus off the walls.
All right. So
and there's definitely no kind of cellar or trapdoor in the floor anywhere that you can notice there. Well, and we definitely didn't see any of this stuff in the museum where we've just been.
Yeah, like I said, but they might have either been in using some sort of military trucks to get them out of here, or they might have already had them in the loading dock, and we just didn't really take a look in the loading dock.
Yeah, you didn't see anything like this in the storeroom, right, when you were in the gallery.
Yeah. This stuff is definitely what they came for.
Should we head back to the dock and stake it out?
Yeah, it's probably going to be a safe bet.
So you'll probably get to the dock at about. So this is 8. Yeah, you'll probably get back to the dock at about like maybe 6 in the morning.
All right.
So are you going to wait outside or go back in the gallery? You don't. You don't see any lights or anything at the gallery when you come.
There's no lights on or anything.
Yeah.
Was there any places we could hide in there that we, when we went in there, we thought, that'd be a good place. Yeah.
Yeah, lots, right? Because the gallery, there's lots of places. Probably in the bedrooms and stuff, there are probably places too. But
yeah, like there's plenty of places to hide inside, and I mean, all we need to do is catch them before they do it. And there's what, 2 of them?
Well, you saw that there were a lot of trucks and stuff, so you think these 2 are maybe the leaders, but they may have a crew.
Yeah. So they can have heavies.
Oh, come on, we can take all of them on again. It went so well last time. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
So Palmer's here, and he's like, "So, you guys gonna take on all these guys?" He goes, I did notice a telephone in the gallery there.
Yeah, maybe. Like I said, maybe calling for some reinforcements would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least get ourselves
covered. It looks like these guys are maybe black marketeers, but maybe you are investigating the potential the sabotage on the base. So you think these people have something to do with that, huh?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well,
Definitely.
then I mean, I would think you may want to call the base and get some more of your people out here, huh? Because he looks at he thinks you're he is SIS, so he knows, but your cover part is the RAF police, right? So
yeah. Yeah, so we need to get to that phone. I said, let's get to that phone and make a call.
Okay, so to call for backup, it's trust. So who has the most SIS trust?
Okay, let's see.
So mine's 41.
So mine right now, I think it's 65.
Wow. I think we know who guys are here. They're going to come here. So can you send like a jeep full of like RAF police, right?
Yeah.
Roll your trust.
27.
Oh, that's a hard success. You go, really? Yeah, they on the phone, because you're probably talking to Knight, right? Captain Knight.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, really? They're gonna go there? We'll send a jeep full of guys right away.
Like I said, okay, we'll try not to blow up anything before you get here.
Okay, so about an hour later, a truck shows up with like 8 NPs with like, they probably have machine guns, right? They're not gonna just carry pistols. They're probably carrying machine guns, and they ask you guys where you want them.
Could put them in the museum, I suppose.
Yeah, set them up in there.
Okay, and then they'll hide the jeep somewhere.
Yeah.
Create one of those alleyways.
Yeah.
Okay, so you wait, and at about 8:39 in the morning, these trucks show up, like 2-3 trucks. They look like sort of maybe military trucks, not just pickup trucks, but the ones with the tarps over the back, right, and everything. But they look like they're carrying a lot of cargo, and they're driving really slow. And then they pull up. They pull up to the gallery. a man and woman get out of the truck and they head into the gallery. Then the two trucks continue on to the pier.
Okay.
Where do you want to get the drop on these guys?
Okay. So
Do we want to wait for the plane to land first so we can try and take out whoever's on the plane? Well, not take them out, but try and arrest the people that are on the plane.
yeah, because it's better to get everyone, not scare off whoever else is involved in this right now. But if the two people are going back in the museum, they're going to get jumped on by the SIS people that we have waiting there.
Yeah, so do you guys want to be inside too, or what do you want to do?
I think it's going to pay to have us watching the pier as well.
Yeah. But the only thing is if these people have some sort of information, it's not going to get conveyed to us right away. So if something weird is going on with this, if something is going to go sideways, if we're not in the room when they jump on these two people, there's going to be information we're not going to be getting.
I'll take it we haven't got radios or anything, I think.
I assume the Jeep has radio, but when these guys show up, they go, oh, like things are really going haywire on the base.
No, I mean, like, have we got like radios between us?
No, but the Jeep has, right?
Yeah. Right. Well, I don't mind staying outside in a side alleyway with a pair of binoculars, keeping an eye on the harbour whilst the jump goes down.
Yeah.
So Charles is going to be outside watching. How about Jack?
Jack, I'll have Jack go inside.
Okay. So these two come in, and I assume you guys do sort of a Jack in the Box thing. You pop up and say hands up or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, just everyone jumps out at the exact same time.
Yeah. So these two, so you actually see. I don't have a picture of the guy, but the girl it's her, right? But I don't have a picture of the guy. So yeah, they see machine guns and they put their hands up.
Okay, and then it's something like us. I guess going for a midnight ride.
The man goes, well, this is my place of business. What is the meaning of this?
The meaning of this is your business seems to be operating outside of what the law says, even in this place.
I run an art gallery. I don't know what you mean.
Can I just show him that paper's in Turkish?
Goes, so
yeah. So this is like I said. Why would these be in a hidden compartment of a drawer?
I have places where I keep things safely. I mean, I had money there too.
I didn't find any money.
He goes, I see.
I'm like, and what does an art dealer on the up and up have need of multiple large trucks for?
Well, I am selling goods. I am selling statuary. This is what I do. I sell antiquities.
You sell frescoes too?
Yes.
Yeah,
all legally acquired.
Nothing that you would say be, ripping off the walls of a church or anything, right?
No, nothing like that at all. I get all my licenses and everything. I have the provenance paper somewhere around here. Let me find it.
Can I just do a psychology check?
Yes, do a psychology.
I got a 2.
Oh, nice.
Lucky man. Lucky man. Okay, this guy's a very good liar. But you are better. I mean, this is bullshit, right?
Yeah.
But he's telling you enough that you think if you actually went to court, I mean, if you went to court, but if this went to court like this, it wouldn't look too good. I mean, for you guys, but you have the machine guns and you still have the right to like arrest them, right? And hold them for questioning.
Mm-hmm.
So your thought is, well, yeah, this guy's a smooth talker and he may have, like, you're a good forger too, right? He could have papers and other stuff, but at least you can arrest him and take him in and then whatever happens, right? And you're part of the SIS thing where these guys are part of some weird ring, and it's pretty clear. I mean, this is so fishy, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I'm not. Like I said, I'm not really gonna take the guy's crap. I'm just gonna have Jack go up to him and basically say, okay, so this is how this is gonna work. You're gonna tell me who you're selling the illegal frescoes to, and I'll make sure that you get to, that you get treated fairly in prison, and you still have the use of all of your fingers when you get there.
Oh, I thought you British were civilized. I tell you, I am just a middleman. I am rescuing the frescoes from potential war damage.
Potential war damage.
Yes, I will rescue them, and after this civil war has settled, it will be returned to the people of Cyprus.
I don't really believe you when you say that. I know that you might, but I don't. So I still need to know who you're selling these to.
No. I'm not selling them at all. I am rescuing them.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab his hand, and I'm going to give him. I'm gonna start putting pressure on one of his fingers, and I'm gonna try to intimidate him.
Intimidate.
50. So right on the line. 50 out of 50.
So he goes, look, I'm just a middleman. The man who said he will safeguard them is Michael van Regen. He's a Dutch art dealer. He says he will hold it in safety. Yes. I have nothing to do with that. I'm just a middleman. He just pays me to rescue these frescoes.
And how long has he been paying you to rescue these?
This is just this is spur of the moment because of this oncoming civil war.
Nice. It seems like awfully short notice for something like this. And what about your partner here?
Oh, she just she's my secretary.
Okay, now I know. I may have a different definition between secretary, but something tells me she's not too good at filing papers. And I have it on pretty good authority that she can be a little bit of a tease. Especially when it comes to men in uniform.
She goes and looks at you. She bats her eyes and she goes, "Oh, sir, I am just a lowly secretary. But you're right. I don't have very many skills. I do have some special skills, though."
Oh God. Okay, so let's just do a psychology check on that one. 1.
Wow.
You are a monster.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Yeah, you know.
It's like I'm like, oh, what more information can I divide out of that? So it's just like,
You know it's bullshit.
yeah. Like I said, okay. So like I said, so he's being used. All right. Like I said, okay, just because it looks like we go to the same hairstylist doesn't mean I'm not above, hurting women to get my information here, lady. This is kind of time sensitive. So same deal with him, except I know that your arms and fingers will break a lot quicker than his will.
Okay, so when you say that, suddenly her face hardens, like instantly, like before she's doing this pussycat type of thing, and then suddenly her face hardens, and she goes, "I get 10%."
Okay. I don't know if you know how negotiation works in these situations, but you actually have to have something to give me first. So, how about this? You give me the information that I'm looking for, or something better, and maybe we can talk about the percent. We're going to start off on the level of you being able to walk away from this.
Okay, she nods.
I said, okay. So spill.
So she goes, "What do you want to know?" And she's really hard edged. And then the other guy who was talking to you suddenly, like, he's like, there's like this look of a little dismay on his face, right?
Like, I said, okay. I said, tell me about your, tell me about whatever knowledge you have of the base.
Gives the base.
Yeah.
So you're not interested in the art here?
Oh, I'm interested in the art, but I'm also interested why anyone here is trying to entice officers off the base for anything.
So he goes, is there any way we can let some of this art go to safety?
See, I think the idea of safety is a little bit dubious, and since neither one of you has been very forthcoming with me when I first got here, I'm not inclined to think that any of it's going to safety. Is there, like I said, is there anything you could present to me that would show me anything to the contrary?
Well, this is all going to Hamburg. It's obviously safe there.
I said, and that's Hamburg, Germany?
Yes.
Germans and entrusted art don't exactly go hand in hand. You realize this, right?
But it'll be on the west side.
Yeah. So I'm not exactly real trustworthy with that. How about we just hold on to it, since I trust me, and I trust some of my friends here. You, him, and mystery man in the plane I don't know about, and Mr. Dutchman I don't necessarily know very well. So I think that I think it's just gonna stay with us.
Yeah, she doesn't look too happy about that.
Like I said, while the cloak and dagger feel of it, if this stuff is really just supposed to be going to safety, surely you could have just made this a philanthropic effort, and I'm sure that you would have had a lot of people's support. I said, and like I said, why go through all the trouble?
No, it's time of war, darling.
I'm aware of that. And you hear anything about any funny signals going on?
Yeah, they both look sort of puzzled when you say that.
Okay. All right. So who's meeting? Like I said, so who's meeting you at the drop?
You mean the plane?
Yeah.
We were leaving. Cyprus will go up in flames. It won't be safe here. But I guess if either we go with you to your RAF base, we'll be safe, or you let us go on the plane and we'll be safe.
I don't really like either of those options very much. Okay. Let's see. So, all right. Well, I feel like the facilities at the base could hold you better. I don't feel comfortable letting anyone go. And like I said, although you guys are going to be sitting tight while we go take custody of those frescoes back.
So you're going to go back to the base with them, and then are you going to wait for the plane to show up?
Yes.
Okay. So the plane shows up, it lands. I assume you've already secured all the trucks and everything before
Yes.
the plane shows up. Yeah, the people in the trucks, put their hands up when they see the machine guns, right? Maybe one of the guys in the trucks dives into the water and takes a swim for it, right? Yeah, it's just a plane. It shows up, and it does have a big logo, Canadair, and they're surprised you're there with guns and stuff, but they're looking for both her and the other guy, right? So do you want to arrest these guys, the pilots? They're just saying they're a charter flight. They have no clue what's going on.
Is all their paperwork in order for it?
Yeah, they're supposed to land, pick up 2 passengers, load up whatever cargo they have, and go to Hamburg. That's all they know.
Seems like smart to keep different lines ignorant of each other when certain things are going on. And they say
if their passengers aren't coming and there's no cargo, they'll just leave. They don't care.
Yeah, because none of that's.
I'll take it we haven't found any musical instruments at all, have we?
No.
That's what I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so inside the crates are the frescoes. So basically, you find these things plus some more. And actually, there's like basically these are the frescoes, some of the frescoes that they have. They're in boxes and stuff, crates. Oh, I think there's one more I didn't put up.
There you go.
As a side thing, this is a historical thing. These things were ripped off and they disappeared, and they didn't come back until 1989 when it was found.
Yeah, I think we're going to rewrite history on this one.
Yeah. So in history, these actually did disappear during the Civil War here, and they disappeared for over 15 years.
So unless anyone at the base is going to decide to make it part of their personal collection, I think that...
Yeah. So you're changing history a little bit. No big deal.
Hey, come on! It couldn't have been worse than someone killing Bobby Fischer and then taking his place, which I seriously considered doing during that scenario. By the way,
you could have,
because I had my disguise character. I could have just killed him and taken his place.
So you head back to the base. So same issue. You have to roll a luck roll again.
I was just thinking, where did this guy buy these music instruments from? Was it just various places in the town?
Yeah, that's what the Sergeant Emma Howland said. That guy looked for thrift shops and like pawn shops to look for musical instruments, and he just bought like El Cheapo instruments, right? He find different instruments in the pawn shops and bought them.
Still trying to find a link with these, with the music on the tapes and stuff. I guess, yeah, I think we need to interrogate that lady more, because I think she knows more about that, perhaps.
So yeah, roll your luck for traveling back.
Come on, 30.
Come on.
Oh, 33, nice.
You can get into a firefight between the Greeks and the Turkish. Okay, so you make it back uneventfully, and the mosaics didn't get shot up by machine gun fire. And
This is the most peaceful trip
Yeah.
I've ever been on.
or a truck get hit by a Molotov cocktail. You missed all of that. So you get back in, and the base looks like it's a little bit more chaotic. They do throw these two into holding cells. Are you arresting all the other guys too?
I guess we should.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they'll hold all those other guys that were part of their gang. And you notice, yeah, basically in the trucks is these mosaics, and
Is there anything strange about any of them at all? or are they is there anything on behind them, any weird markings or anything?
no.
Well, that guy's eyes are quite freaky, I must admit.
Yeah, they're like follow me around the room.
The eyes following around the room.
All right.
And then as these two guys get put into the slammer, one of the RAF people there said, he says, "Oh, we heard they saw another intruder on base. They're looking for him."
Okay, so it's a him. Do we have a description of who we're looking for at all?
Yeah, he's some sort of old man who's a little stooped with goatee and mustache.
Sounds like some sort of stereotype.
It's not me, but I'm going to go in.
But some people have reported him on base, and they tell you another number of RAF police was looking for him, and then you hear on the base walkie-talkie radio system, right?
Mm-hmm.
That they found the man and they're bringing him into where you guys are.
Okay.
So you wait a while, and they bring this guy in.
It's like the mirror Star Trek version of Charlie.
I was thinking more of the evil fairground guy from Scooby Doo. You know, when they put the mask on.
Yeah.
And the guards, when they bring him in, they say, "Sir, we found him on base, but he can hear, but he's mute."
Okay.
Hand him a pen and paper.
Yep.
And he writes something in German. Do any of you read German?
French.
I do not have anything in German.
Okay. So you see it's in German. You say French, and then he writes "merci," oui, on the piece of paper. So he has French.
Okay. So, okay. So let's start. Okay, so we can start asking questions. Okay, who are you?
So he writes down, "Je suis Eric Zahn."
Oh, last week I had all I could think of was the story, the Eric Zahn story, that story, because it was very similar to what was happening in the story, and yeah, it makes sense.
He goes, je cherchais un musicien. So he's looking for a musician.
I said,
we've got the guy in the hospital.
Yeah. And I said, yeah, well, Mike, I said we might be able to help you with that. Why are you looking?
Merci.
Yeah, why are you looking for him?
The court. He writes down the court wants him.
Which one?
Is that a Greek course or?
So which court?
Yeah.
And he looks at you and he goes, and he writes down this name. Let me see. Let me type it.
Oh.
You can do Cthulhu Mythos if you want.
I've got 3. Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, so you're looking like, I don't know. Do you have a cult? Maybe you can do a cult.
I have a cult.
Yeah, roll a cult.
I got 5. I'll give it a go then. No, 28.
3.
So a
Ooh.
cult, the cult tells you that this is not an earthly court he is talking about, but you have no idea who Azathoth is.
Okay. And how did you hear about this musician?
I was sent to get him, is what he writes down. The court heard his music and want him to play there.
Did you guys actually send him an invitation, or did they just send you to come grab him?
Well, we tried to get him several times, but they decided to send me before. They decided to send me first.
Okay, so they're gonna. So if they send you first, does that mean there's going to be someone else coming after you, or more stuff coming after you?
He nods.
Okay, yeah. Not, yeah. And I'll whisper to Charlie, I'm not really liking the vibe I'm getting off of this.
Out of game, I'm not either because I know the story. But in game, I mean, yeah, it's times like this. I'm thinking, shit, I wish I could play a musical instrument right now. Yeah.
He writes down, it is a great honor to play at the court.
And what happens when he's done with playing? You guys going to offer him a residency there or something?
Oh, he will never be done.
Well, that doesn't sound right. You realize that the man you're talking about is it's a hobby, right? It's not his occupation.
He writes down, no, he is a genius that belongs in the court.
Oh,
he will be a court musician.
Do you play yourself?
He goes, yes. He goes, I play for the court.
Looks like they have a great healthcare plan.
I'd be interested to see what he makes of the theremin music on the tapes.
And so he asks you, can you take me to this musician? I've been looking for him.
I sort of lean in to my fellow investigator and say, I think that would be bad. A bit like that scene from Ghostbusters when he's on about getting the gatekeeper and the
yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Okay. Have you been sending word for him ahead of your arrival?
No. The court's been trying to transport him, but there seems to be a problem.
What's the problem?
I'm here to facilitate his transfer, though.
It's funny. None of this. It doesn't really seem like he was aware of any of this, or that the powers that be, the people he actually works for, were aware of any of this. So it seems like there's been a little bit of confusion with this whole thing. Do you have any sort of official documentation or anything I can look at?
That's not needed.
And how did you get inside the base? I mean, this is a heavily defended, fortified base, and you're an old gentleman like myself. We're not spring chickens, so how did you get in the base?
The court deemed that I should be here, and I was here.
Yeah, and Jack, like I said, Jack, who's dealt with cults basically for the majority of his career at this point, is having a bunch of alarm bells that are being set off. It is really having to resist the urge just to be like, okay, let's take him out back and cave his head in. This isn't good. Okay, sir. So I'm gonna probably have to wait until we can hash out this whole thing.
He goes, that's fine. I'll sit here then.
Okay. Can we put him in a secure room so he can be kept an eye on, so that he's not just going to get up and walk off again?
Yeah, exactly.
Sort of keep him in the guard.
As if he doesn't get.
Cell? Yeah, you can put him in a cell.
Yeah, just as long as he, like I said, just as long as he doesn't periwinkle his way out of there. All right.
I say we go back to our musical guy.
Okay, you want to go visit the musical?
Yeah.
See if there's any.
Yeah, by now he should be out of sedation. It's been a lot of hours.
All right, good.
And before you see him, though, you get a call from who's the name of that? Oh yeah, Musgrave. He goes, so you get a call and he wants to talk to you guys.
So inconvenient.
You could I'm guessing it's about the arrest.
You could go to the hospital first or see him, but then he asked for you, so he expects you guys to show up within like 10 minutes.
God. Goddamn bureaucracy. Yeah. You don't deserve that mustache.
So are you going to see him or are you going to go to the hospital?
I just think the hospital just seems more important at the moment.
Okay, you go to the hospital, you ignore it.
Yeah, also if he shows up, he's like pursing his lips. I'm thinking I'm going to rip his mustache off the next time I see him.
Okay, let's go to the hospital. You're going to ignore that. Okay. You go there and
I didn't put my hearing aid in. I didn't hear it.
And actually, when you go there, you see Howland is there with Fedrix. So this is Fedrix, right? That's the musician, and that's Howland. So she's there with them, and yeah, they look up when you guys come in. And then she like says something to him, and then she's gonna make her exit unless you want to say anything.
Yeah, I think we should stop them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get her.
Excuse me, I thought we told you to stay away from this young gentleman.
Well, I heard he got better, so I just came by. I'm about to leave.
Yeah, no one's. Yeah. I'll just stop you right there. No one's leaving this room right now. We've had a security breach on base. No one's I'm like, and we have reason to believe that whoever this is dangerous. So you're staying in this room.
Yeah. So she sits back down.
So What have you been discussing, both?
Just telling about what's going on the base.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems that we have an uninvited visitor on here. Seems pretty anxious to meet the music man here. You either one of you know anything about that?
Like they're sort of shaking their heads, and then Fedrix goes, "What do you mean by?"
An elderly gentleman by the name of Eric Zahn. Does that ring any bells?
Yeah, he shakes his head, and she shakes her head too.
Do you know anything about the court?
They look at you sort of puzzled, like you say court, and like, you mean like court martial court?
No, I'll just say, since he wrote it down, I'll just say Apodada says Azathoth here on the paper. That ring any bells?
So yeah, they shake their heads.
Okay, and I'm gonna do a psychology roll on them just to see if
Yeah.
this is genuine or if it's just feigned. 3.
Yeah, they're generally puzzled because when you first said court, you notice they were a little afraid, like they were thinking maybe court martial or something because of their affair, right? And then when you say court of Azathoth, they go like, huh?
Okay.
Your music.
It was yes. That's. I think there's aliens out there.
Okay.
So your music that you were putting into the tapes and the bass, was that to protect the bass?
No. There's an alien broadcast from the stars. I reported that. July 8th, I detected on the frequency we broadcast on music coming on the same frequency, and I triangulated it and found that it was coming from the stars. It was coming from Lyra. And so I listened to that music and figured out that it's the counterpart to it, that it wasn't fully formed, it was missing a counterpart, and I thought I came up with the counterpart that's missing, and I came up, and I thought the theremin would be like the best equivalent of what they had that I could come up with, and I composed this to respond to their broadcast. I'm really sorry that I spliced that into our broadcast, but I figured that's the best way to contact this alien intelligence. That I mean, this would transform the world if we can talk to aliens. They would have technology and things that we could better mankind with.
Let me just stop you there for a second.
I've got my sort of head in my hands at this point.
Yeah. At this point, I'm like, okay, I'm like, okay. I said, first of all, everything you just said in that sentence right there is enough for us to lock you up for a very, very, very long time without any real reason for it at this point.
But I reported this, and the reason I spliced the music in was I reported this, and it was ignored. My whole report was ignored. And if we could actually contact an alien intelligence, this would be amazing. This would be the greatest thing.
Okay, yeah. Then did you stop to think if these aliens would be friendly? Did you stop to think about that?
Of course.
Okay, and what have they give, and what good faith sign have they given you to show that they're supposed to be friendly?
They like music.
Nazis like music. it doesn't preclude a civilization that is full of good intentions or good-minded people just because they have culture.
Well, we'd be able to communicate with them. Maybe if they come here in spaceships, we would learn how to travel to their planets. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, I'm under the impression that whatever these life forms are looking for, if they've come here, especially if our intruder has come here looking for you,
Wait, they're here? What do they look like?
He looks exactly like us.
Except more diseased and nasty looking.
Huh?
He's
a little puzzled about that.
Basically, you have actually contacted them, and a guy has come here, and he wants to take you back to the court, as he called it.
Oh, I'll be ambassador. Amazing.
He wants you because you are a genius in his words. Because of your music, you've worked out how to basically contact them using their music, so they're quite impressed by that.
Oh, I would like to go. Do you think I can get leave to go?
No, I think you're going to spend a long time in jail.
What?
I'm like, interfering with the broadcast, like making an illegal broadcast and interfering with the secure network like that is at the baseline tampering, and beyond that can be seen as an act of treason against your country, right? You do realize the trouble that you're in at this point.
But this is so monumental. I would think I can get some sort of pardon.
Yeah, the way this seems to be shaking out, and from what this man has told us, it doesn't look like that you would ever be coming back if you decided to, if the decision was made to go with him. And also, I'm very unsettled by the idea that this man seemed to pretty much appear out of thin air onto the base.
Mm.
Nothing about this seems.
Yeah, both of you do a spot hidden.
Next, I have a regular.
Okay, so just as you say that, you realize there's another pair of shoes behind you guys.
I was waiting for that to happen.
Yeah.
And this guy's behind you guys.
God damn it.
I draw my gun.
Yeah.
You were in a holding cell. How did you get out? Put your hands in the air.
So he's reaching out for the pencil and paper you have, and then he puts his hands up in the air.
Okay. I'm under the impression that this guy might better be served as a corpse rather than a living person. I don't imagine anything good's going to happen if he manages to make contact with this guy. So
what are you gonna do? So he his hands are up, but then one of his hands sort of turned the other way, and he's like pointing at Fredericks, and he's motioning him towards him.
Okay. Shoot him.
Who?
Let's shoot the old man.
Okay. Roll your point blank. You get a bonus die.
Okay. So it's a 34. So that's a hard success and 66. So I'll take the hard success on that one.
So he doesn't even dodge or flinch out of the way. You shoot him point blank, and you think you got him like dead center, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the gunshot goes, and then it goes. You hear and you see, like behind him, like there's like some plaster wall or something. The bullet hit the back wall, and then there's like plaster dust and stuff. And he doesn't seem to be affected by the bullet.
Great.
Hey, make a sand check. Both of you.
25 pass.
24. I passed.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
At this
Alright.
point,
I think it's still a 1 point loss.
Okay.
yeah.
And let me check the two. Oh, wow. Wow, these two people are really tough.
Is the bed that he's on, is it like a bed with wheels or?
No, it's probably not one of the. It's like one of the more permanent
Right.
hospital.
I'm going to motion him to get out of bed and to back him away from Eric. That's if he's willing to back away. Frederick, get out of bed. You're coming with us.
Okay, let's. Why don't you roll your persuade? Because it's sort of either way. So if you succeed, then he'll do what you ask.
Right.
Because he's sort of torn, right, between.
Oh, I failed.
Okay, so you tell him to back up, but then he's heading towards. He goes, "Oh, he's the emissary from them," and he starts heading towards him.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot Frederick.
Oh, you better get a
Dead,
bonus die.
or just wing him.
I'll shoot him in the kneecap.
You get a bonus die.
Okay, so 37 for the first one and 64. So yeah, I'll take
Yeah,
the
you hit. Roll your damage.
okay. 10.
10.
10.
he goes down, and then the girl rushes to his side.
He has no kneecap. It is gone.
You might have blown his leg off, but luckily you're in a hospital.
I have medicine. I know how to make the good drugs.
Then the old man looks shocked, and he's now shaking his head.
Tell whoever it is in this court, they're not taking him. Just go back to where you came from.
If you ever want him to make any music again, I suggest you leave, or else I'll finish it and it'll be permanently gone.
And he motions for a pad of paper. Do you give him a pad of paper?
Yeah, if I could find something nearby, I'll sort of throw it to him. I'm not going to go too close to him.
So he writes down one phrase and basically says, "They will not be happy."
I don't care what they want. They seem not to understand the basic rules of human boundaries at this point. So, like I said, I think you guys need to learn what consent is, and consent is no, you're not taking him.
So the old man nods, and then he vanishes. Another sand check.
Oh, 17.
70, right on the dot.
Oh, yeah, it's probably just a point. It's not a.
Why do I get the impression we've made things worse?
I'm sure we've completely fucked up relationships between us at this point. Well, he's alive.
Okay, so you're here, and then you're gonna get a nurse or doctor to stop his bleeding, right?
Yeah.
So as this happens, then suddenly your senses get a little weird. You get the synesthesia, like
synesthesia.
Yeah, like suddenly, like you smell you're smelling the gunpowder smell, and once in a while there's the air raid sirens going off randomly and stuff like that going on the base, and then suddenly like the sounds become colors, and then the smells become taste, and everything's really screwed up.
Uh-oh. Okay. I guess we need to see if there's something being broadcast right now.
So are you going to go back to the numbers place or what?
Is the parish still on place?
Yeah, but it seems like it's more going in and out more frequently now.
All right. Yeah. Let's go check out the room with the numbers.
Okay, when you get there, do a POW check for both of you guys.
Let's try my die.
Might spend some look.
Well, you need a hard success, so you may not want to spend.
Okay, so that one.
I got 19.
You probably got hard.
Oh, so, yeah, I did.
With a hard success, the synesthesia doesn't affect you, but for Charles, it's a penalty die to do stuff.
Right. Awesome.
So you get to the number shed, and then you can both do a listen check, but Charles gets a penalty die.
Oh, I'd have passed it as well. No, I wouldn't. I'd have failed by one. No, well, yeah, failed on both.
Okay, so yeah, I got a 20 on my listen.
Oh, you get there and you hear this music playing.
Shut it down, goddammit.
But not from the shed.
Oh God.
Let me see if you can hear this.
Oh God.
I'm the apprentice in famous Lincolnshire. 'Tis well I served my master for nigh on 7 years, till I took up to poaching, as you shall quickly hear. Oh, 'tis mighty light in the shining light in the season of the year. Oh, 'tis mighty light in the shining light in the season of the year. As me and my companions was a setting on the snare, as then we spied the gamekeeper, for him we didn't care. For we
So you basically hear that playing, and the singing doesn't quite sound human.
Okay. And is it coming out of any of the machines?
No, it's coming from outside, like a separate building.
Okay. Could we play? I guess could I place in which direction it's coming from?
Yeah. Do I have a? Yeah, you can see from the sound you can triangulate where it's coming from.
Okay, so yeah, we'll head over there.
Okay. Do I have the stats? Oh, there it is.
We're turning the tape up at the tower. I don't know.
So you go there and you see like the one of these aircraft hangars, and there's a creature on top playing some sort of pipe instrument, and it's doing the piping to make the music plus the singing. You need to do a sand check.
32.
With a sand check, I don't have to have a...
Yeah, there's no penalty for the sand check, but yeah. So if you make it, you lose only 1 point.
Okay.
I don't know if I have a picture of this guy. Let me see if I have a picture of this creature.
It's not one of the servitors, is it? That play the pipes.
Yeah, but it's they gave me a name. I'm not familiar with it, so I have to. Do you make your sand check?
Yeah.
Yeah, you only lose 1, which is amazing. I have to see if I can. I don't recognize this name. I don't know if it's in any of our books. Let me see if it's. I guess we could just use the regular Servitor of the Outer Gods, but gave me a name, so. Huh. I guess it'll just be the one with the thing, but if they gave me a name, I can put the name in here. I can't. There's no way I can pronounce this. It's like Tenembra or something like that. Funembra.
Try and Google it.
Oh, that's why there's no picture.
He's a flautist.
Description. It's a form of living sound, echoing across space as a strange, haunting melody.
Mm.
Also has no physical form. It's like all sound, but the synesthesia you can sort of see.
You can sort of see. Okay. This is going to be annoying.
So how the hell are we going
Okay, so
to shall we just give it to them? So have him take him.
either that or we can just drown out the sound with more sound.
The broadcasting station he was using to contact them, wasn't he? So is there a way we could try and use that to try and drown it out, maybe? Or is there an army marching band on this site?
I doubt it. I mean, the Holland was like a piano player, and Fredericks was like, I mean, they were the entertainment for the base, like bar or cafeteria, right? So I don't think there's a marching band. But you know what? Since you asked, why don't you do a luck roll?
48. So that's a pass. Yes.
Yeah, so there might be, but you have to look for it, right? You weren't thinking about it. Now you're thinking, oh, there might be one.
Got a call out over the tunnel. With the RAF marching band, please assemble in the square. It's band practice time.
So you're thinking about this, and you see some people had like heard this music and had sort of come over this direction too. And then you see like this like pillar of light hit the person. And then and then the light sort of disappears and the person's just sort of standing there.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit.
And then you see other like beams of light coming off and hitting various, like going off to the distance, and then every once in a while you see the light coming up and then hitting somebody, and then when it hits the person just stops moving and just stands there.
Ah, shit. This is not good.
Shoot that, it's going to do bugger all. It's got to be something music based, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be something music based. I know that there's people are probably being beamed wherever they are right now. And the bodies are still going to be there, but I don't think the people are there anymore.
Is it worth? Oh, I know he's pretty shot at everything. He ain't going to want to play an instrument now, is he? So if we had like if we could like get the sort of the theremin to him and ask him to play something on that, but
Yeah, I think he's gonna have to combat. We're gonna have to combat music with music. That's the only way this is gonna stop. Can't come out here.
Well, I want to get out of the way of all this shiny light that's hitting people. I think I'm going to retreat to a safe distance.
Okay.
So you got to run away right now.
Yeah.
Is there a way of playing some music over the tannoy system on the base?
There are, but the electrical system seems to be having issues every once in a while.
Okay. So. Okay. So we need to. I think that. Yeah, we need to play some sort of counter music to what it's playing, and since I don't think any of us are skilled enough at any type of musical instrument to do it, we're going to need the man we shot in the leg to do it. So yeah, he's going to be our best bet for that, but we have to make sure that whatever he's doing, we can broadcast it live, but keep him away from it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Okay, you're gonna try that with the marching band.
With the marching band, yeah, but we're gonna have to do
the marching band. You probably need it's probably a hard trust roll because the bass is like in chaos, and then you're saying we need a marching band. And they're gonna say like, "What the hell?" Right? So there'd be a lot of convincing to say,
"Oh, I'll do it." 16.
Oh, you did. I don't know how the conversation went. Somehow you're able to get the marching band. Doesn't make any sense, but sure.
All I have to basically say is I'm like, unless any of you enjoy getting things inserted into your rectum, I suggest you just go along with it.
If we get like sort of Frederick in a wheelchair with the theremin on his lap, and I'll wheel him out.
Yeah. Yes, because we're going to need Frederick to make this work.
Okay, so you find out that you actually need to be in presence of this creature, but if you do your music well enough, actually, so you try to do over the speaker, but the speaker system keeps on cutting out and stuff like that. So you realize you have to be in presence of the creature.
Okay. All right. So yeah, we're gonna have to get outside to do it and get close enough.
Everybody, stay cool, keep calm, play as loud as you can, and all will be well.
Yes.
That's my sort of rally to everybody.
Okay, let me roll Frederick's music skill. Oh, okay. Do any of you want to spend 3 luck points for Fredericks?
Like I said, yeah, I can spend 3 luck. That's
Okay,
fine.
so that helps him compose a counter.
All right.
Counter melody. And by succeeding, that actually counters it shields you from it sort of beaming people out.
Okay.
And I assume you talk to Fredericks. So how do you ask him to do this before this happens? I haven't, and I had the idea, but I think that you guys should.
Yeah. Well, like I said, my idea is basically going to be, see that thing and all those things that are happening down here. Yeah, those are the friendly aliens you were talking to.
Yeah, okay. That'll work. Because he's thinking like E.T. and all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Last Starfighter and all this stuff. And then you're like, look, they're making doing some horrible shit, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so, yeah, he was idealistic, and by telling him, hey, it's doing damage and stuff, then he will help.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Oh, wow. That's easy. So after you do that, you do the music, and then the musician with the highest music skill takes the lead. And that's easy. It's Fredericks, and he has incredible music skills.
All right.
So there. Then here's the question.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have to spend magic points.
Okay.
And then each increment of magic points increases your chance of banishing. So the question is how much magic points you want to spend overall. And in 7th edition, so now we're going to mechanics, but in 7th edition, magic points, once you're out of your magic points, it's hit points.
Okay.
So basically, you can suck out all your magic points, and then you start losing hit points.
How much is it an increase per magic point?
That's one of the things that I don't. Well, I guess at some point you could get a feel for it as people, because I bet everybody uses up all their magic points, right?
Let's see. Then because I have 15. So
assume the band has about 10 each, right? So then the band. How many band members is a marching band?
Okay. Well, let's go to the trusty dusty search engine here.
Is there a search engine?
Yes. Let's see.
I don't think there's a lot here on the base. I would think there's maybe only 10 to 15 guys, right?
10 to 15 guys. Sounds like I said, that sounds like a baseline small one. Oh, let me see. Military style one.
Well, this is a weird place, right? Cyprus.
Yeah. So, and you could say some of them have actually been hit by that light previous or something as well.
Yeah. So how about 9 plus die 6?
9 plus die
6.
Okay. So so it'll be 9 plus 9 times 5.
Oh, 9 plus 5?
Yeah.
Okay. So 14. There's 14 music guys.
And each one has 10 points.
Well, wait, I have to see how many go crazy when they see this thing. So out of the 14, I guess I have to roll 14 times. Oh, one's gone. Oh, I'm rolling high. Oh, just doing a tally. So 3. Oh, you're catching up. Okay, so 6 are still okay. Out of the 9, oh yeah, the 9 are just out of it. So actually you got 6 that survived. The
Okay.
other ones are either running away or in fetal positions or screaming crazily and other stuff.
Okay, so it's
So you got 6 of the band members plus Fedrix. So you have, and Fedrix has 16 magic points.
okay, so that's what, 75, right around there?
76,
76.
whatever you guys have.
Okay,
I've got 11.
yeah,
And
and I have 15.
15, 80, 92.
Yeah,
So
let's.
that's all the magic points. So the question is, for hit points, you may have to convince these people to keep on playing. So the question is, do you want to just go with 92? Or do you want to spend some hit points?
I would say just go with 92, just because it's such a high number. it's really doubtful to go over it. But then the minute you say that, you're gonna end up rolling a 99 or something else as an opposition.
I've got 10 hit points.
Let's convince the bandmates to do it. I don't want to have to give up any of our health. We're gonna see these people again.
No, but you're to put your magic points. You're playing in the band too. Like they're hitting the cymbals or doing the xylophone.
Right? Banging the drum.
Yeah, playing the triangle.
Yeah, triangle.
So it's gonna suck out of you guys, sort of. In
okay.
sort of
let's like I said, we can each. What's it? 92 right now.
Yeah.
But I think I could sacrifice like 2 hit points. If you just want to sacrifice 1, we can bump it to 95.
And then Fedrix can't sacrifice any because
yeah, exactly.
And how about the band sacrifice a couple each, maybe?
So you want to do 2 each from each band member?
Yeah.
So that's 6. That's 12 plus 2 and 1, 3. So 15 more. So that's 107 points. Let me figure out. Okay, who wants to roll? I know what the number is.
Okay. I'll do it.
Okay, roll. Tell me what it is.
Okay. You've had some good rolls tonight, so
let's see. 50.
Do you want to spend 10 luck?
Yeah. yeah, I could do that.
Okay, so you spend 10 luck. It's just on the dot for what you need to banish this guy. And he goes away, but just as that time, Fedrix is out of hit points. Well, he probably has 1 hit point. 1 hit point out of magic points. Yeah, he's still fairly conscious. There's people that go crazy. And yeah, it actually... the counter melody protects you from the soul sucking thing. You find out the people that were hit by the light are sort of dead. They're dead. They're just standing there dead. Somehow they're still standing, but they don't breathe. They don't move. They don't talk. They're dead.
Well, it's going to be, like I said, this incident report is going to be terrible.
Let's see what else. It disappears. I think that's sort of it. That's sort of good. The creature on the aircraft hangar sort of vanishes, and then the melody goes away. Only 6 guys that were playing are still sane. The other ones went crazy. We'll have to do the debrief too. So you guys have to come up with a story.
It was Soviet hallucinogenics that they were attacking the base with, which caused people to see things. Yeah, I think that's a good reason. You know, you could just say, you know, they put it down, you know, down to sabotage of the water supply or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
nice.
are you gonna pin this girl for this?
Yes. Let's say that she was operating in league with the guy who owned the art gallery.
Okay.
And for the time being, we'll just to make it look sort of legitimate, we'll get in like bottled water or something, just to make it look like, you know, until like to make it look like, you know, they're trying to get them, you know, all the water safe back on the base again.
Yeah, exactly. Professional frame up.
Oh, what a you know, an end battle, the marching band.
Okay, so I have the thing. Oh, where's the SIS? Oh, I don't see any trust plus for the. Oh, that is weird. I don't see any trust gain for Section 46. They screwed up there. You would get some, so I would give you. Okay, so the tally is a little weird. Okay, so you for banishing the creature plus saving that family that want shelter.
Yeah,
that's die 10 plus die 6. Die 6 for the family, die 10 for banishing the creature. The sand gain.
So is this sanity?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the other one was it was a die 10 and then a die
6.
That's it.
For saving that family, that the barkeep and his family.
Okay. And that was for trust, was it?
No, that's sand.
Oh, sand.
Because there's a civil war going outside right now.
Right.
And the only safe place is in the base.
I have more sanity than my character started with.
So that was again 1d6, 1d10, and then 1d10 on its.
No. It's 1 die 6, 1 die 10 total for sand.
Oh, right, okay, cool.
Okay, so the other one, it's for trust. See, they didn't break it up. Let me make sure this is right. So, okay. Okay, so this is for SIS. It's plus 1 die 10 for capturing that gal.
Okay.
Plus 1 die 6 for a for the report explaining the events. You know, your bullshit story. But there's a minus 1 die 6 because Knight not happy with you guys. So it's a plus 1 die 10, plus 1 die 6, minus 1 die 6.
So I only ended up getting like 1 off of that because I got 6, then I got 5.
Knight's not happy because you asked to talk to you guys, and because you sort of poo-pooed a little on Palmer. Palmer also gave you guys a bad review, so it adds into a bad report for SIS.
If only you knew what we saved you from.
Yeah. But it's one of those, if you brown-nosed Palmer, he would give you a good
Yeah. Oh god.
And then I'll give you a 1d6 trust from section 46.
Sweet.
And then roll for any
Yeah, luck
checks.
in all your skills.
Luck is.
Oh.
Oh, it's pretty past my luck.
So they based this on the Civil War that's going on here, and actually all this crap happened. Actually, really bad stuff happened outside the fence. People got rounded up, and there were like people being raped and killed, and it's just really bad out there.
And what's the improvement if we for luck? Is it a die 10?
Yeah, die 10 if you fail.
Okay.
I passed again. I've passed every single roll tonight.
What happened to your 90s? How come you're...
Yeah.
I only rolled 190 tonight. I rolled 197 tonight, so I was quite impressed.
So basically the Cyprus National Guard were pro-Greece, and they started rounding up Turkish people, and then Turkey tried to talk the NATO into letting them come into Cyprus to do something, and NATO just said no way. So Turkey invaded anyway. And so they invaded at 10 a.m. this day.
Wow.
Historically. And then they took over the northern part of Cyprus.
Mm-hmm.
And they start rounding up a lot of people and putting them into camps and stuff like that. And basically, they partitioned Cyprus in half. So Turkey taking half of Cyprus is like illegal still. So there's still a lot of Greek animosity for that. And then they were raping and murdering on both sides. And finally, like, they kicked out, like, the Turkish side, they kicked out like 80% of the Greek people.
Well, it's like what I always say: if you got to beef with the Turks, you got to get in line, man. There's a lot of people that don't like them.
Yeah. So historically, this guy Dickman, he stole those mosaics during the Civil War. He decided this is the perfect time, and he stole it, sent it out of the country, and 15 years later, this guy got caught. They're to sell it or something, and they got caught. Somebody recognized what it was.
Not anymore. Now he's going down for a Soviet conspiracy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, basically they'll question the girl, and she was so the Dickman is like a wheeler dealer black market guy, and she worked for him. And part of the thing is they also do other underhanded stuff, and they got approached to get this information from what's the name of the guy? The guy that told you guys.
The guy who had the compromising photos, that guy.
Yeah. So Musgrave actually they were trying to compromise him, but he was smart enough not to tell him anything, and told SIS, and SIS sent you guys in to get this thing sorted out, right? And basically they want the nuclear stuff for the Russians. So she was, like a contractor to the Russians to get this info.
And now she's going to spend the rest of her life in jail.
Yeah, for sabotage on the because you have all these dead people and zombified people.
Exactly. And somebody's got to answer for it, and she was just going to keep denying it till the day she dies. The day she dies, or the very real thing where they might just execute her.
Or they trade her. They trade her to the Russians. Really, like, here, we're going to trade you for this guy, and like, why would we want her? Okay, we'll throw her in and somebody else.
Exactly. Oh man.
So that's the end of this.